let's say you're in a meeting at work or church or in school where we need to participate. And if we don't participate, if we don't speak out, we don't get good grades. That can be high school, college, anywhere. But I felt like you want to say something. What you want to say is important, it's good, and you can contribute to the discussion. But you keep saying, how can I say this? Or what are they going to think? And you really don't know why. You have that fear of speaking. And by the time you feel like, yes, I'm going to raise my hand, I'm going to say something, it's too late. The meeting is over, or the timing has passed that you could have spoken and you didn't speak. Those things are results of being shy. And being shy is not a disease, it's just a feeling that we have that we can overcome. And what I would like to talk to you about is myself, really, because I was in this situation too. And it is something that we have to work on if we want to be successful in life. I'm not talking about success like having millions of dollars in our bank account, but successful such as having a life that we enjoy, that we have friends, that we have people that we can talk to, and be a contributor to our associations with our voice by not being shy and not being afraid to speak. So I have had some very good coaching training from a very good coaching school. And I specialized in different fields of coaching. One of them is to coach people who are being shy and want to overcome being shy, who wants to be able to speak and not be afraid, be able to walk in a room that's filled with people and not feel like you're going to die just by the thought of having to walk in there. Because these are all the feelings, all the situations I have been in because I was like that. And I was so grateful that I finally got out of that situation. And now I can teach what I learned to people who are suffering this because it's very painful. And it's very disappointing to ourselves to feel like we are not like everybody else. That people, if we talk, people are not going to listen to us. And we feel really out of touch, feel like a fish out of the water because we don't feel like we fit in when everybody else is having a great time. Like in a party, you're there and they're friends and they're people and they're making friends and they're meeting people. And you see somebody and you want to talk to them, but oh, you'd rather die because you're so afraid to speak to that person. But you can overcome those things because those are feelings and feelings can be overcome. They can be replaced by other feelings. And that's what I didn't know then. And that's what I learned. And that's what I would like to teach you. Another situation would be like, let's say you meet somebody that you like and that you love to maybe even build a relationship with, but you're so shy and scared that you miss those opportunities. And before you know, somebody else who is not shy goes over there and takes the platform from you. And so, yeah, those are real situations, valid situations. One thing that I learned that's very important is that being shy can really damage our lives. Like I said, in school, if we want better grades, if we want maybe a scholarship, for instance, we need to be those type of people that speak and are assertive. They can talk, they can say what they want. We need to be like that. And so that's part of success that I'm talking about. Another success I'm talking about is for your family life now and your family life in the future. Suppose that you don't have children yet. And maybe one day you will have children. Those children are going to need friends. And you're going to want to know who the parents of those children are. You want to associate with the parents of the children that are friends with your children. For good reasons, we need to know that. Nowadays, we need to know as much as possible about who it is that our children are hanging around with, right? And so how can we do that if we are so scared to speak to somebody? We go into a room and we go and sit in the back. There's nothing wrong with sitting in the back, for goodness sakes. Go ahead and sit in the back if that's what you like. But you're so scared that you go in quietly, sit there, and whenever the meeting is over or church is over or whatever it is that you are at is over, you run out because you're so afraid that somebody's going to speak to you and what are you going to say back, right? Or you just don't want to say anything to somebody. But that is a problem that can carry on into your family life because, like I said, you might want to know who it is that your children are associating with. You want to be able to pick up the phone and say, hello, my name is Mary. I hear that our children are friends. I was wondering if you would like to bring your child and our children can play together while we talk. Then you can get to know that person, right? And yeah, my child is associating with somebody that I feel comfortable with. And they will also appreciate that from you because they too have the same concerns that you do, and they want their children to associate with people that they feel comfortable with. That is so important. But how are you going to pick up that phone and talk to that person if you're so scared to talk to somebody? And one thing is, a lot of times when we are in that trap, because it is a trap, it's a cage that keeps us in that situation where we are so shy that we can't talk to somebody. That the trap is really dangerous because it can take away many of our opportunities to live a better life, to offer a better life to other people. Think about so many people, they're so lonely. Maybe they're dressed up, or maybe they're not dressed up. Maybe they're poor, rich, or whatever. But everybody loves to be greeted and to be acknowledged. And our voice can be a comfort to somebody. We don't know what they're going through. Imagine at work. If you sit on your chair, do your work at the end of the day, go home and don't talk to anybody, you don't gain anything from life and they don't gain anything. But you are filled with goodness, filled with words that you can share. And you don't have to be a social butterfly. That's not what I'm talking about. But you can have skills and learn techniques that you can feel comfortable saying hello, comfortable acknowledging people. Sometimes that can save a life. You know, one of the members of an office I worked at apparently was under a lot of stress, a lot of pain. And none of us, including me, nobody was really talking to him because poor thing, he was very good looking. And so he'll come in, sit there in his desk, and we thought he just doesn't want to talk to us, right? And so we wouldn't talk to him. And I was the type that was so shy that I would never dare to go talk to a guy, especially if he was good looking like that. And so one night he walked into the elevator that I was catching to go home, and I was with another coworker, and we barely acknowledged him. That night, he killed himself. And yeah, so we never know what a hello, a little conversation can do for somebody because we don't know just because of the way they look or who they are or the position that they hold. We are afraid to talk to them, but we don't need to be afraid. We can use our voices even as compassionate service and speak to people and spread cheer to others by acknowledging them and saying hello. But if we are so shy that we feel that unless somebody talks to us, we don't talk to them, we can be labeled as shy from infancy, from childhood, and grow up as, oh, she's the shy one in the family, or, oh, at school, she's shy. Who wants to go and talk to a shy person, right? And most people don't because they don't get response. Or even if they respond, it is such a cold response that people don't extend themselves again to the shy person. And that label can really hurt a person throughout their lives because when they're labeled as being shy, everybody leaves them alone. Yeah, let's leave them alone because they're shy. But that is not a good thing, and it's damaging to our social life, to our family life, to our professional life, to every aspect of our life. So it's so important that we overcome this. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about because I have learned ways that we can do that. And I would love to help you if this is the problem you're experiencing. Maybe you got a date or a boyfriend, you go to a party, but you don't talk to anybody. You feel that you don't have anything to say to anybody. But There is the little butterflies that will come and talk to your boyfriend. And eventually they take your boyfriend because they're the ones that talks. And so talking and speaking and sharing our mind and what we feel in our hearts, it's very important for a good life, a life that has balance, and a life that we feel happy in it and not oppressed or feel sad, feel isolated. Most shy people feel very isolated, very unwanted because they don't know how to talk, because of fear that they have that they need to overcome. And so I would love to help you to overcome those feelings. There's a link right here below this video. Click there and make an appointment. I'd love to talk to you and help you out. I know it is a pain because I had that pain. I know it is, but you can overcome it. Imagine way back then when I had that problem, if you told me to do this, I'd probably die and go bury myself by myself because I just wanted to be left alone. But that is a very painful life. That is a life that is taken from us because those who don't have this problem, they are not very sensitive to those who do. You know that, and I know that. So click the link below, make an appointment to be coached to overcome shyness. I'll see you soon.